the top things that you guys are doing that are ruining your Toyota. So let's get started and already show you. So when you're jacking up the car, a lot of you like to do the normal way, which a lot of newer cars do, is jack up right here, correct? Right, which is great. But sometimes they're rotted out, they're very weak, and you don't want to go about doing that. So what you want to do, sometimes if yours is rotted or it's starting to rot, starting to bend, is jack up at the frame point. It's not too far away. It's right here. So jack up at the frame right here. You can sometimes get lucky, put a piece of wood and jack up at this part, which is, you know, the bracket to the control arm that meets right here, or the sweep rolling. So what you could do is get a piece of wood and then jack it up here. Jack it up here. A lot more safer, a lot more structured, and not easy to bend like this, the rocker part right here where you jack up, where you're supposed to jack up. But with the age of our cars, you know, they're gone. Also, if you're lucky and have an E92, there's this part. This part is meant for the jack to go right here and jack up the car easily. And I mean easily, guys. So put the jack here and jack it up. Don't even do the first method I was telling you. Jack it up from here. It's a lot easier and a lot safer. The next thing that you guys do very often is let oil leak, and I'm guilty of it, I get it, but try to fix your oil leaks, and if you don't, at the minimum, stay on top of it, because a lot of these, you know, engines are notorious for blowing or having rod knock. You know why? Because a lot of people neglect the oil, they let it run too low, and then you have a spun bearing. It's not a common thing as long as you stay on top of your oil and you fix all the oil leaks. You know, for example, like for this 4AGE, common oil leak point are right at the gasket for the distributor, sometimes at the oil pressure sensor, which is down here, a valve cover. Sometimes you gotta fix it or else, you know, you end up blowing an engine. Another common issue that you guys generally let go by is not replacing sensors. Yes, it works now, but sometimes it won't work later on. Something as super important is this temperature sensor. If those go bad or if the ground goes bad randomly, you never know if your engine's overheating. And when it's overheating, without you knowing, then this thing gets hot, it warps the head, blow the engine, whatever it may be. It happened to me in my 1990 GTS, guilty as charged. So definitely go ahead and start replacing some of your sensors. And the number one thing that you guys are doing that are ruining the cars, and I'm doing, of course, is allowing these cars to rot out fairly quickly. So as you can see, that's a huge sign of rust. This is huge. This is a major sign of rust. When your core support starts dropping down because there's no framing to it. You know, this bumper mounts into the framing, and if there's no frame, it sags like that, you know. So you guys got to take care of these cars, give them good washes, store them in garages, whatever it may be. If it gets really salty, if it gets really snow in your area, make sure you oftenly wash the underside or treat the underside with nice coatings of undercoat and shit like that. But you really got to try to take care of these cars. This car has been abused a lot, which is why it's this bad. I got it this bad, and it got even worse, obviously, because I daily it. But you guys really got to take care of it when it comes to the rust in these cars. And I got to say, one other thing that you're missing is watching this video on the common issues on the Toyota Corolla.